What is going on, Philadelphia? Welcome back to the Phightins Final here on the edge of Philly sports with your boy Matty B. Back in the 215 after a weekend in Boston, and it's great to be back. But boy, can we kind of turn the clock back to yesterday or to Friday? To those Phillies games. Where do we start? I guess we can start with Dylan Covey. What do they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, guess what? The trash is trash here, boy. I mean, there's a reason why the Dodgers let this guy go, and it was on full display tonight as Dylan Covey could not make it out of the first inning. Couldn't only last a half inning, and he was rocked all over the ballpark. The Phillies gave up 7 runs in the first inning as they were on their way to an 11-4 beatdown at the hands of the Braves tonight in Atlanta, failing to secure the series and thus falling to now 2-2 on the West Coast trip. Where the hell am I at? West Coast trip. The trip, that big vaunted 10-game road trip that the Phillies are now embarked on, falling now at 25-28 on the season, 10-14 for the month of May. And I guess the question I have to everybody out there is, was there any silver linings? Was there anything positive to extrapolate from this game? And I guess we'll kind of go over some of those points, or we'll talk about them. I'm not necessarily thinking that there are any. But there are some things that did happen tonight that may be considered positive. The Phillies lost 11-4, and if they hadn't given up 7 first-inning runs, we got a tie game on our hands, 4-4. I guess that's a positive. They gave up 3 errors tonight. The Phillies committed 3 errors tonight. They are now on the season at 28 errors committed through 53 games. That's over a half a game. Okay. The defense, which was not sound by no means heading into the season, played really well in those first 3 weeks or, April. Let's call it April. And then for some reason in May, they began to kick the ball around the infield tonight. Just stupid errors. Edmundo Sosa, what was he doing? I mean, how do you commit an error when the ball hits your glove? How does that happen, man? How does that happen at the major league level? It's absolutely amazing. And then Kyle Schwarber hit a home run tonight, as he tends to do. And of course, it was in a losing effort, in a blowout effort. But I guess I got to give Kyle credit where credit's due. I'm on him all the time. He has now raised his batting average because with that home run tonight, he did get a hit. So his batting average is up to 168. That's a positive thing, right? It was 166 when we started. Now it's up to 168. So go on with your bad self, Kyle Schwarber, as you begin to rise. I don't know what's the new Mendoza line. Is it 100 now? Is that what the new Mendoza line in baseball is? Because we have batters that love to flirt around 150. But yeah, all to a tune to 11-4 loss tonight by the Phillies. And Steven is wasting no time. This was actually in the chat room before I even went live. So Steven obviously getting ready for his Memorial Day weekend. Regardless of tonight's outcome, how in the world do we start Dylan Covey against a first-place division rival whose starter, circled this game? First time I'm going to dog topper this year. It's a great question. And I guess Dave Dombrowski, addressed it a little bit a couple of days ago when asked about the state of the starting pitching. He said it's a concern, but he thinks he can what did he say? No, he said it was a concern, but everybody's dealing with the same issue. Come on, Dave, it's kind of flimsy, man. But to answer Steven's question about Dylan Covey, there's a reason why the Dodgers released him there, Steven. There's a reason why he's not wearing Dodger blue. There's a reason why he's not a Tampa Bay Ray. There's a reason why he's not a Chicago White Sox anymore. I mean, these are all interesting reasons. The Phillies, as I said on this program, and I'm going to continuously say this, had a bad plan this offseason when it came to addressing starting rotation issues. We lost 3 starters, or we lost 2. And we did not adequately replace them. We replaced one of them, but not the other. So, the Dylan Covey situation here is Dave Dombrowski's doing. Simply put, it's not Thompson's fault, but it is what it is. Dave Dombrowski inadequately put together the starting rotation heading into the season, relied on Andrew Painter, who never pitched above AA. I'm going to tattoo that on my forehead, man. Who never pitched above AA, to be a contributing member to the staff, and Bailey Falter, who never really was a consistent starter, meaning he never got the ball every 5th day. So it was a bad plan. But Dylan Covey obviously not up to the task tonight for the Phillies, and Spencer Strider was certainly up to that task, and we'll get into all that. The flat out that gets a flat out, straight up, come on, man. I think it's listen. I mean, I get your point, Steven, but if it wasn't going to be Covey, then who else? Who do you want in this situation? I mean, pick your poison right now. We got a great effort yesterday by Zach Wheeler, but other than that, it's been hit or miss with everybody. Watch Dylan Covey go out and throw a no-hitter next time. I mean, I get your point though, and trust me, it's not lost on me. But yeah, just not a good day, not a good night, and a missed opportunity by the Phillies. So let's head into the box scores. Whew, and bear with me here. The Braves would get things going in the first inning. Matt Olson would homer a 2-run jack to make it 2-0. Then Austin Riley would homer a solo shot to make it 3-0. And then Ablis would single in Ozuna and Rosario to make it 5-0. Acuna Jr. then would knock in Arcia and Harris to make it 7-0. And that was your score at the end of one. 7-0 Braves. Brandon Marsh would give the Phillies a little bit of life in the top of the third with a 2-run shot, scoring Cody Clemens, making it 7-2. Then Acuna would triple in Harris, make it 8-2. Olsen would homer again, another 2-run jack, 10-2. Schwarber would come back with that home run in the seventh inning to make it 10-4. And then Austin Riley would knock in Harris in the seventh inning to make it 11-4. And that's your final 11-4 Phillies, or 11-4 Braves. Your offensive standouts, it doesn't really get much better or stand outish than Matt Olson on the night. 3 for 5, 2 runs, 4 RBIs, 2 homers, no strikeouts, no walks. So a hell of a night for Matt Olson. Austin Riley, 2 for 5 with the 2 RBIs and a home run and a strikeout. And they were pretty much your standouts. Acuna, though, also 4 for 5. Ronald Acuna Jr., 4 for 5, 2 runs, 3 RBIs, and a strikeout. It reads up and down this list, right? It all reads like this. For the Phillies, a little less spectacular. Your offensive standout tonight would have to go to a conglomeration of Kyle Schwarber, Cody Clemens, and I guess you got to give it to Brandon Marsh because he was 2 for 4, the only member of the Phillies with multiple hits tonight. 2 RBIs. It was the 2-run jack. And the Phillies, 6 hits tonight for the Phillies, 20 for the Braves. Phillies committed 3 errors on the god-awful night. 3 errors. Dylan Covey's line lasted a half an inning. We gave up 6 hits, 7 runs. 5 of them earned 9. I said 9 strikeouts. The hell am I talking about? No strikeouts, 2 home runs. And then it was the circus of clowns as the Philly bullpen mixed and dipped and mangled their way through the rest of this game. Hoffman, Marte, Brogdon, Matt Strom, and Vasquez. I was really, really hoping to see Cody Clemens make an appearance tonight for his 6th appearance. But no, I guess Rob Thompson's had enough position players. Well, that makes 2 of us, Rob. It's too many position players pitching for you this year. They gave up, as I mentioned, they gave up a 20-hit barrage, 11 runs. 9 of those 11 were earned. They struck out 4 as a staff, and they walked. They gave up 3 home runs tonight. God awful numbers. Spencer Strider, 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, a walk, 9 strikeouts, and he gave up the home run. Was pretty much dominant. Probably could have left him in for 9. I could pitch. If this would have been 10 years ago, Strider would have pitched a complete game tonight. Definitely would have pitched a complete game tonight. And that's how you get 11-4 Phillies. Let's go to the Matty B stat line here as I continuously keep these numbers for you because I like to torture myself. The Phillies tonight with their 3 errors, the most they've committed in one game all season, raising their total, as I mentioned already, to 28 to 22 against. They grounded into a double play, 31 now. No stolen bases, but they did give up a stolen base, 36 stolen bases for the Phillies, 34 for their opponents. 3 more home runs given up by the Philly pitching staff tonight. 59 now for the season to their 52. So the Phillies pitching is giving up 1.1 home runs a game. 59 home runs through 53 games. Putrid. The Phillies pitching staff struck out 4 Atlanta Braves to raise their numbers to 483 on the season. That's averaged a little over a 9 a game. But the Phillies struck out 10 more times tonight to go along with the 15 times they struck out last night. They have now raised their numbers up to 470, and that's about 9 a game. So the Phillies are still averaging 9 strikeouts a game. And the other fun stat, of course, we like to talk about on this program quite a bit, especially when I'm hosting it, is that runners in scoring position batting average now a healthy 233 for the season. Phillies 1 for 5 tonight with runners in scoring position. 104 for 446 for the season, which averages out to about 233. Phillies left 4 runners on base, which actually is a pretty good thing. They only left 4 runners. Granted, they only had 6 hits, but I guess that doesn't really work out well. 4 runners, 6 hits. But anyway, and the 11 runs they gave up, I would like to say the most they've given up all season. That is actually not even close to the most. They've given up 13 3 times. And they've given up 16 once. So we're not going to, it's just 11. We're not going to waste time on that. But now the Phillies have given up 261 runs, averages out close to 5 a game. They've scored 228 runs, and that is about 4.3 a game. And they are now 10-14 for the month of May, and 25-28 now on the season. So, folks, it's on now to New York. Well, it's on to a day off, and then on to New York against the Mets. 2-2 on the trip so far. This is a defining road trip of the season. It is not the season, but it's a defining trip. I told you this last week when I initially looked at this. It was really in my face about how defining this road trip was going to be for what your Phillies were in 2023. And I still believe that, more so than anything else. So on to New York after the day off on Tuesday. And then we continue this thing through to DC and then back home next week. I hope to God you guys are having a great weekend out there. Don't forget, though, we still got you covered here on the Edge of Philly Sports. This is Sunday. I got you there, and we're wrapping up I want to thank you for spending your Memorial Day Sunday with me, wrapping up your Sunday night on this beautiful holiday weekend with me. And then, of course, we got you covered. We got you covered tonight. We got you covered into tomorrow. I don't have tomorrow's graphic, but if we don't have you covered tomorrow, which I'm not really sure, do we have any shows tomorrow? We don't have any shows tomorrow. It's because we don't have any. No one's taking the day off. I guarantee if there was a game, we would be at it tomorrow on the Phightins Phinal, but we're not going to be. So, but we got you covered here on Edge of Philly Sports, and so does Philly Sports Trips. They got you covered as well. Go ahead and check out everything they have to offer for the upcoming Eagles season. Phillies tickets or Phillies sporting Phillies trips, Union trips, all you name it, they got it. If you're looking for those hard to find tickets to sports, concert, or theater venues, great tickets, no hidden prices. Look no further than Sherry's Ticket Town at www.sherrystickets.com. Save an additional 10% when you enter the promo code EOP10. And as I mentioned, and I've already talked about this, if you did not go out of town, then you should have been hanging out here at Dolan's in Ridley Park. Quizzo, music, great times, memorabilia, and giveaways. And you never know who might walk through the front door at Dolan's. Rob Cherry is there. Dave Cherry is there for you for all your workman's compensation, motor vehicle accidents, personal injury, criminal law needs. 610-565-0300. Give Dave a call if you have any of those problems, and he will definitely do his very best to help you out. So we got it. It's over. We're moving on. It's on to New York. Day off tomorrow. On to New York. And how you doing, Ryan? What's up? And Ellis checks in. Ellis, I don't think we've talked yet this season, man. Good to see you again. Good to see you back. It's on to New York. All in all, I'm going to take the positives out of this out of this 4 games. Could have been a lot worse, right? Thursday night, I thought was the most winnable. Well, with the exception of maybe Friday night, but Thursday night, I thought it was the most winnable game of the series. They didn't win it, but then they found ways to win Friday, and they found ways in a solid pitching on Saturday. Dylan Covey's Dylan Covey. As I said this at the top, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Not in this case. Trash is trash. And I'm not personal against the man, but can't pitch anymore. It was a bad decision to bring him here. Bottom line. Bad decision in the offseason about how we were going to retool this starting rotation, and that has definitely come to bear. So we got to get past this. It's on to New York. Continue to build on the positives that we've established over the weekend. On Tuesday, the Phillies will face the Mets at Citi Field. Ranger Suarez against Senga is your pitching matchup. 7:10 on TBS. That's right, a national, another national game. So 7:10 on TBS. Be there or be square. Until we talk again, folks, and it'll be a pleasure when we come back and we talk to you at the Mets game. I'm going to take you out of here like we do every Sunday night when I host, and that is a look back at your week in Phillies home runs. Enjoy your Memorial Day, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Two to him. Yes. High fly ball to deep right field. Suzuki's going back toward the scoreboard. Out of room. Gone. 2-run pinch hit home run. Bryson Stotts.
Yep. Well, that's what I meant, getting him around. You know,
yeah.
I forgot they were going out.
Advantage of it. If he can throw you out there, he hit it out there.
That ball smoked deep to right field. It's going to be gone. A home run for Schwarber. Number 12. The Phillies are on the board. 12th home run for Schwarber. 24 RBIs. And that ball got out of here in a hurry.
Can't wait to hear the extra
word about it. That ball's hit well out to right field as well. That one is going to go. Bryson Stott, a solo home run. It's now a one-run game. Thumbs to the sky. It's a 3-2 ball game.
But the lefty's doing some damage off.
Wide open. And the pitch. In the air to left field. Going back on it is Carroll. Back toward the wall. It is gone! The Phillies have just tied this game up. Out to center field. Going back on it is Harris. Back toward the wall. That's going to be long gone. Into the bushes, over the first layer of trees. It's a 2-run home run, and we're all tied up at 2.
And Michael Harris II gave it a little courtesy jog, but that ball way out of here to dead center.
In the air to right center field. That is a shot, and this game is tied. Bryce Harper just launched his 3rd home run. His 40th of his career against the Atlanta Braves. And if he didn't hear boos last time, he's going to hear it this time. But he's also hearing some cheers from the Phillies fans.
As the kids like to say these days, that ball